If you have ever stood in the baby store and felt overwhelmed by the number of options that they have and don't know where to begin, this series is for you. I am starting a baby edit series wherein I am going to be sharing my experiences, good, bad, and what I wish I knew as a first time mom. Or if I had to start all over again, then this is how I would do it. So, for episode 1, let's talk about the baby carriers. In a span of 2 years, I have used 3 different baby carriers. Let me walk you through each one of them. The first one is the baby wrap. I call it the Jhansi Ki Rani wrap. So basically, this wrap is nothing but a piece of cloth that is a long fabric that is stretchy and comfortable and very breathable material. The one that I've used is from the Indian brand called Anmol. It was available on the Nykaa Fashion around 2000. I will also link the product in the description box below. Do check it out with very clear instructions and explained how to use it, the pros and the cons. So I very well enjoyed this. Now, I started using this baby carrier when my son was around 3 to 4 months old, when basically he was able to comfortably hold his neck. That's when I started using this baby wrap so that I can walk around hands free. Every time I've used this baby wrap, so many people have stopped by and asked me, where is this wrap from? And is it safe? How is the baby comfortable in it or not? So let me clear this for you. The baby is super comfortable because it just feels like the hug used to feel in the womb. You get to choose the fit, whether you want it tight, whether you want it loose, however you feel. The baby feels very secure, and you are holding the baby close to yourself without feeling tired or your hands just dropping down. It's also great for on the go naps, and trust me, once you get the hang of it, you will definitely thank me for it. So, around 7 months, we transitioned to the structured baby carrier, wherein it felt like a cheat code for the earlier version because it was just clip, and just walk out of the door literally in 45 seconds. And at this stage, the baby gets a little bit heavier and is wanting to look at the world, and it is just curious. So this carrier handled that very well. Of course, after getting dressed up and the baby also dressed up and pooping, which is a whole different story. If you know, you know. Okay, first things first, you have to consider the baby carrier, the one that is ergonomically right position. Okay, let me explain this to you. Here, when you put the baby inside, I'll also insert a picture of what an ergonomically right position looks like. This side. It is basically where the hips and the legs of the baby should form in the M shape or the ulta W form. Second one is, please check the weight and the capacity. It's usually around 12 to 24 kgs with the adjustment, which will help for the lower back and the upper back so that the weight is evenly distributed and there's no pressure on the spine. You have to also consider the level of where you're going to tie the strap. Now, it should not be very above or too low. It has to be around your waist because that's when the weight is going to be distributed around. The pressure is not on your tailbone and the lower back. Otherwise, you will not be able to enjoy the baby carrier yourself. Now, the fifth one is the time. Now, for how long you can keep the baby in the baby carrier, it completely depends on you. But trust me, you won't be able to keep it for way too long. But while traveling, it really helps. The colors that you want to choose is not something very light because then it becomes dirty very easily and you have to keep washing and washing, and while doing this the fun disappears. And the next one is the neck support straps, and usually these are adjustable to ensure that there's a firm support for the baby's neck. So somewhere around 14 to 15 months, this guy discovered something called as free will and absolutely decides the places to go and things to touch and that need to be investigated, and he would absolutely feel trapped if he could not just jump off. So at this point, we introduced the hip seat carrier, and honestly, it's not more of a carrier, but it's kind of negotiation tool, and it's perfect for this curious and independent phase. So what I've loved is it's very flexible for an active toddler. It takes the weight off of my arm, and nowadays he literally shows and points to me at the carrier and says, "Wear this now," so that we can just leave the house immediately. So what's tricky here is it's basically not hands-free as the earlier two versions, but I brought a convertible one. So it gets the job done. So if you have used any of the baby carriers earlier or wanting to decide which one to buy at what stage, I hope this video was really helpful to you, or you can even share it with somebody who is wanting to choose a carrier, or which would help them to just have a better experience at carrying the baby around. Motherhood does not have to be complicated. It has to be something that we experience with joy. I know that it's exhausting, but I really hope this helps you, and let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of them. So do subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.